What a night of Champions League football. I mean, seriously. From an insane 7-goal thriller to a comeback for the ages, the first leg of the playoffs give us pure, unfiltered drama. We're going to break down all the action, so let's just dive right in.
You know, this was so much more than just a few games of football. It was a total emotional roller coaster. We saw teams snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, a moment of individual genius that just lit up the pitch, and a shocking twist that brought everything to a dead stop. Let's unpack every single one of these incredible stories.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the matches that remind us exactly why we love this sport. The ones full of chaos, comebacks, and just raw, unbridled passion. These were the games that had us all on the edge of our seats.
Can you believe it? Just 20 minutes into the game, PSG, the reigning champs, were already down 2-0 to Monaco. It was an absolute nightmare start, and you could just feel the anxiety building. Were we about to see another classic PSG collapse in Europe? And then, a moment that changed everything. Ousmane Dembélé goes down injured, and it looked like things were going from bad to worse for PSG. But his replacement, the young Désiré Doué, came onto the pitch and completely flipped the script. He scored not once, but twice, including the winner, to complete an absolutely stunning 3-2 comeback.
And speaking of incredible turnarounds, let's move on to a match that was just pure chaos from start to finish. 7. That's how many goals went in during the absolute frenzy between Galatasaray and Juventus, and wow, what a spectacle it was. This timeline tells a wild story of momentum shifts. Galatasaray struck first, but Juventus hit back to take a 2-1 lead into halftime. It really looked like the Italian giants were in control. But the second half, a different story entirely. Noah Lang tied it up, and then the game just exploded after a red card for Juventus. Playing with the extra man, Galatasaray went on an absolute tear, scoring 3 more goals to seal a massive 5-2 victory in front of a roaring home crowd. All right, let's switch gears. We're heading to a game that kicked off with a moment of pure brilliance, but was ultimately defined by something way bigger than the final score. Let's talk about Benfica versus Real Madrid, a match that's going to be remembered for all the wrong reasons. In the 49th minute, Vinicius Jr gave us a moment of pure magic. He danced past his defender, cut inside with blistering speed, and curled an unstoppable shot into the far corner of the net. Just a brilliant goal that gave Real Madrid a vital 1-0 away lead. But that joy, it didn't last long. Just moments later, the game took a really dark and disturbing turn. Only 2 minutes after his brilliant goal, Vinicius got the referee's attention, and the game came to a complete halt. And this wasn't for an injury, it wasn't for a VAR check, this was for something far more significant. Vinicius informed the referee that he'd been the target of a racist slur from a Benfica player. The game, rightly so, was paused for 7 minutes while the anti-racism protocol was activated. Just a disgusting moment that cast a dark shadow over the entire match. Leaving that controversy in Lisbon behind, we're now going to turn our attention to Germany, where Borussia Dortmund put on an absolute clinic in pure total dominance against Atalanta. This was a masterclass in efficiency. Dortmund just did not mess around in this one. They came out flying from the first whistle, scoring twice in the first half to put the game to bed early. Their high press and quick transitions completely overwhelmed Atalanta, who just never really found a way into the match. And at the heart of Dortmund's dominance was Serhou Guirassy. The man was a force of nature, opening the scoring with a powerful header just 3 minutes in. But he didn't stop there. Right before the half, he turned provider, setting up the second goal with a brilliant pass. It was a complete performance from the striker that has put Dortmund firmly in control of this tie. So, after all that action, where do things stand? Let's wrap this up with a quick look at the final scores and see which teams are taking a crucial advantage into the decisive second leg. So, who's in the driver's seat heading into the return leg? Well, PSG, Real Madrid, and Dortmund all secured massive away wins, though PSG's 1-goal cushion is far from secure. The team in the best position, without a doubt, is Galatasaray, who will be taking a massive 3-goal lead to Turin. Juventus, man, they have a huge mountain to climb if they want to stay in this competition. So the first leg has set the stage for some explosive second leg matchups. We've seen incredible comebacks, moments of controversy, and pure dominance. The question now is, who's going to rise to the occasion and write the next chapter in this incredible Champions League story? We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for joining us.